A new Tampa Bay Business Journal hits newsstands today, and editor Alexis Muellner is here this morning to talk about some of the week's big stories. Good morning. Happy New Year to you, Alexis.
Likewise, great to see you.
Thank you. You start out with sort of an outlook in this week's Business Journal, and you have a look ahead to businesses and how they plan to use technology this year.
Yeah, it's our first issue of the year, and we want to speculate and give the business-to-business readers sort of what is it coming in all the sectors that we cover. Technology is the first one that we focus on, and we talked to Bob Dukowski, who's the CEO of TechData. It's the biggest public company in town. He's talking, and they sell, obviously, they're a reseller of all kinds of computer equipment, but he's talking about 2012 being the always connected, always on year, as if it wasn't already. I mean, we have our smartphones and such, but even more so, people are going to have to get ready for internet appliances, internet in cars, and the notion that even employees are using their own devices to work with. And so a lot of these kinds of issues for employers that are facing over the year ahead, and it's going to be very interesting as mobile devices become omnipresent. Now it's how do you use them, and are we too connected?
Pretty exciting, though.
I think so. I mean, it's just, it facilitates productivity, but then, again, how productive should we be?
Yeah. All right, we continue this look ahead at 2012, and you also look at tourism and what's expected to come in the coming year.
Well, certainly a big event, RNC, the Republican National Convention coming late August, in the middle of a very soggy season. Group businesses, those big meetings that fell way off the radar when the recession hit, are coming back. A lot of the hotels locally are starting to get those big kinds of meetings business, and that's really important because it sustains room nights. The average daily rates are still a little sluggish, and the hoteliers would like to see that come back, but 2012, promising with the convention on the horizon, a big boost. But then again, some of this group business after the oil spill and some of the misconceptions there, that the hoteliers are starting to see that come about. So another positive sign.
Yeah, any kind of increase is good news for us.
Absolutely.
All right, we also talk about transportation and the changes to come in the new year.
Well, it fell off the radar when the referendum in Hillsborough County for the penny for transit lost, if you remember. But where that's going to be bubbling back up is on the other side of the bay in Pinellas County. They're talking about light rail potentially from St. Petersburg to Clearwater Largo. Light rail still a big issue, and how to fund it, an even bigger issue. And one of the things that Pinellas is going to do is take their time to identify that funding source. I think in Hillsborough it happened very quickly. There were still a lot of unanswered questions. By the time it got to Election Day, it was soundly defeated, and they don't want to make the same mistake. But transit, light rail, transportation, big issues for Tampa Bay, and another important thing on our horizon to cover what does it do for business and commuters and work life and all that kind of important stuff.
And fantastic. You can get us up to date on what to expect in the coming year, all in that issue.
Always we try.
Always good to see you.
Likewise to you.
And for more Business Journal headlines, go to abcactionnews.com/business.